Why did you decide to go with cloud computing?
Well, we decided to go with cloud. We were between getting a new server or going to the cloud, and going to the new server, even though that's what we had before, and the way that we had been working previously, we just figured that maintaining the old equipment or having to keep buying new equipment seemed to be sort of not the way of the future. We thought the cloud would have given us a more dynamic way to work in terms of not having to be able to be worried or not have to worry about what new hardware was out there, or just being able to rely on nerd support to provide that level of expertise into knowing what we needed and keeping us up to speed at all times.
And how has it helped your company and productivity?
Well, it's been phenomenal. We've been able to increase productivity, tremendously, especially at the users that were logging in remotely. It was just unbelievably slow before, and now it's just a 180-degree difference. We're really happy with the performance of the cloud and with the with all the programs, how they're running. So aside from a couple of hiccups that we've had along the road, which were completely expected, and actually we expected more of them, the performance has really been superb.
And going into the new tax year, what do you think it's going to be able to do to able you to help your clients with their issues and support for their tax year coming forward?
Well, certainly our clients are going to benefit only primarily because of our ability to service them more quickly and to run these applications on a much faster platform. But we've been able to now implement net portals that before would take a huge amount of time to upload data onto them because of the servers and the inability to and how slow they were. Now with the cloud and the velocity of the way that we're working, our clients are going to see this is going to be night and day for them. They're already telling us about how impressed they are with the technology. So come the next tax season, and their exposure and all of our clients' exposure to this it's really going to be tremendous.
And what about remote incidences? I think you also had a trip outside of the Florida area, and how did that help with the cloud solution?
Working from outside of the office is basically like working in the office. There really isn't any difference at all in terms of speed, since the cloud is basically running all the performance and all of the memory off of the servers. It really is remarkable, the ability to go into any website, any offsite, from my house, from my client, from New York, from Mexico, from wherever we're at, and be able to log in, access the information, show it to the client, and be, as if I'm sitting at my desk, sitting, in another country. So we've had nothing but good things, good experiences with that.
What would you tell other companies to think about cloud, and if it's a better solution than going out and buying new hardware versus the cloud solution, and deciding on who they should go with? What do you think they should look at? Because I know that your company did take some time to invest in other companies and look at their solutions.
Yeah, we took a look at multiple IT providers in terms of with regards to all of the different solutions that they were recommending, and certainly we felt most comfortable with nerd support because of the fact that they were really providing a solution that we thought was really on the cutting edge of what was coming up and what was where our industry was probably was headed. So going to the cloud was not a difficult decision after we looked at all of the possible, the initial cost in having to buy a server, implement, move all of the data over, and then having to maintain all of the hardware and all of the software updates, whereas now the cloud is basically, all of that is gone. We've completely been able to take that off our plates. I'm able to focus on serving my clients as opposed to having to get up out of my desk and having to fix somebody's stuck printer spool. So it's been remarkable, and I'm thankful every day that we made this decision.
And the only, I'm going to ask you one more question. What would you tell people about security? I think that, tell us a little bit about how you evaluated the security and what made that decision for you to go with nerd support.
Well, the first thing we did was we took we did our own investigation in terms of what cloud computing was, and certainly we were able to get comfortable with this general concept of it. And we quickly got our arms around that. And then we actually visited the facility where the servers are located, and we interviewed the security personnel. We checked the facility. We toured the facility with Scott from Nerd Support, and we became comfortable, at where it was located, that the grid was on the same grid as a major another major carrier, where we would be assured that if any major catastrophe were to occur, that would be a natural disaster or whatnot, that would be one of the first places that would be up and running. So we felt very comfortable that our data was going to be not only safe, but also our access to it would probably be, if there was any type of disruption with their service, it would probably be up and running before anything else.